Children, we won't be going back to the fleet. You're about to be the first children from the stars to set foot on the planet Earth.
I fly a starship across the universe divide, and when I reach the other side,
Welcome to Saber Talk on a Mundo Monday. What's going on, Jake?
How's it going?
How are you?
Doing good yourself?
Doing pretty good. I'm Anthony Space Windu. I got JT Lovecraft here. We are talking sabers on a Mundo Monday. Oh, I got someone else waiting here. Let me find their intro. Hold on one second. I got an intro. I got to make an intro for Jake, but I got an intro for Jedi Arms Dealer.
Don't let him blind me.
TriStar goodness.
How are you doing on this fine evening, this galaxy's evening?
What's up, gentlemen? How you doing? JT?
I'm well.
Space.
Dude, your intro's badass, man. What the crystal pans and all of that kind of stuff. My favorite's the Master Windu when Dooku says that. That's good.
All right.
It's OG.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Barbara and I worked on that for a few days. Both of those. Doors closed.
Yeah, that is like the raddest intro.
Thanks, man. What's funny about that is the first music track I used was from a like a CD that was a compilation of DJs that had done a bunch of like kind of out there Star Wars mixes. And there was one that had like R2 making noises in the background and like the Death Star siren going off. And I was like, that's it. And so I dropped it on the Crystal video and it got pulled. But it only took it only took like a couple of weeks and they freaking pulled it. And I was like, oh, and then so I got the letter from YouTube saying I'm in breach of audio contract and I can't use that song. And so I had to redo it all over again. I was like, nah, that sucks.
Wait, you said it was a mix and they still gypped you on that?
Well, it was actually they licensed the DJs to do proper remixes of these like their own versions of Star Wars songs. It was a really cool album. I don't remember what it's called.
Huh. Is that the one you sent me that I was listening to? It was like
maybe. Oh, you're talking about the one that's in like a 30-minute mega mix. No, that's my buddy out in the UK that did that. DJ Crafty Cuts. No, this was like actually licensed by BMI, one of the big majors, and so you know it's in the YouTube algorithm, so they busted me on it. I was like, oh, that sucks. But so the new track in there is authorized now, and I won't get in any trouble anymore. I was like, damn, they're fast. So what's happening? Yeah,
speaking of UK, later in April, tickets for Celebration have been secured.
I saw that they sold out fast.
Wow, yeah, really?
My buddy Nick, he lives in the UK. A bunch of the people from the Hangar Bay, which is another podcast that I do with these guys, they bought tickets and they sold out in 34 minutes. But they bought some extra ones, and I plan on buying their, extra ones. But they couldn't even get like extra 4-day, all-day passes. It was just like Friday and Saturday, and then that was it. And then we're all Airbnb-ing. So.
Oh heck yeah, that's gonna be a blast. Are you talking about Nick Klein by any chance?
No, his name is Nick Holness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Very cool. You're gonna love that. Have you been to one yet?
So. I've always wanted to be, at a celebration, like for the past 8 years. And the most recent thing where I went down to Nashville, that was the first time I've ever flown, traveled alone, did any of that kind of stuff. So now that I know how easy it is and I'll be seeing some buddies down there, it's going to be, be cake. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, no, I've been super blessed. This was my 4th one in 2022, so that was pretty amazing.
Oh, you just went to it?
Yeah, I just went to the one in LA. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Knowing that Ewan McGregor was just on the other side of the black curtain, we were like getting chills, signing autographs. I was like, well, I can't see him, but I'm in the room with him. Cool.
Obi-Wan himself was there.
Yeah, the very first Star Wars celebration I went to in Indianapolis, it was Celebration 3? Maybe it was number 2. I don't remember. And so it was my birthday, and I flew up there for my birthday to go. And the person that was in charge of planning all this did not know that tickets could sell out, and we might not be able to get in. So we flew up there without a plan, no tickets, got to the ticket booth, and they were like, sorry. Sold out. So I went on a Jedi arms dealer journey and figured out how to sneak into that bitch.
That's like the worst feeling that
totally. I was like, it's my birthday. I'm not leaving empty-handed. So we figured it out, man. We snuck in.
Not just your birthday, but it's the Star Wars event. And you did all the work flying out there and everything. And
yeah, bad plan. That was my first celebration. I was like, I'm never doing that again. I didn't know tickets would sell out. I was stupid back then.
Well, it was so early too. You probably didn't know that like Celebration sold out because you said it was the second one or something.
Yeah, I think this was back for Revenge of the Sith or something like that. Is that right?
There was also so many years there where like, Star Wars wasn't huge for like some years, in between movies and stuff. It dies back a little bit as far as like regular fans kind of, they kind of, if there's not a movie on the horizon or just passed, then you know, it's sometimes a quiet time, but ever since Disney bought it, it's, you know, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore, because there's like always some kind of content out there for Star Wars. So
Right.
something on the horizon, multiple shows coming out, you know, possibility of movies.
Next year is stacked. Next year is the year of Star Wars.
What are you looking forward to next year?
Well, we got Andor, we got Bad Batch Season 2, we got Ahsoka. I mean, Celebration will be there for me as well. And Tales of the Jedi, which is that Clone Wars prequel looking thing with like a young Dooku and Qui-Gon. Bunch of stuff.
I'm looking forward to Andor. I think that I'm hoping that's going to be kind of a cool little underground to come out with.
I'm hoping that's good as well. I've been watching Narco season 4, I think it is, with Diego Luna is like the lead guy in that, and it is like excellent. Wow, it's really good. If like Andor could be like a quarter of that, that would be great.
Nice.
It's got good writing and everything. It's really good.
So
good pacing, good action.
You got some battery packs up in the side of those shades? You recording everything?
Yeah, these are actually taking the place of any headphones. So these are like Bose glasses, so I can hear you guys, because I'm like sweating bullets with the headphones on and stuff. Like, you know, like, and I don't like the headphones like go inside the ears. I tried that. I don't like push them in far enough, and then they fall out and stuff like that. So
I love it.
I'm trying this. Like I use these at work, like with like different lenses. Nice. I'm thinking since I make the brightest blades, I can maybe get away with wearing the sunglasses. But I do have other lenses for these.
You have an excuse.
I have an excuse.
I love it. Double O window.
That's the catch though, because you know you do your homework when it comes to lightsaber stuff, and this whole community when it comes to building props, you know, lightsabers and all that kind of stuff. You do your homework. You know, brightest blade always leads back to civilized sabers. So, you know, you can use that as bragging rights for a very long time until that title gets stolen, and I would too. So it's pretty awesome.
Until somebody wants to prop theirs up on a lux meter, I guess, and prove me wrong.
That's right. Bring it.
So I got a new lux meter coming. I was telling Jedi Arms Dealer about it. JB Kuma made me a new lux meter where instead of just one like box where you could put one blade in it, it's two side by side. So like we'll be able to like compare different blades. Like, oh, is, you know, this one better at this color, you know? But like then Jedi Arms Dealer pointed out, well, if you're really comparing colors, you need like two sabers exactly set up the same way. So they're like same battery, same font that they're on, same whatever, same effect. I mean, same effect that they're like the blade is on and all that stuff. So probably need two sabers as well that are identical to actually test like that way. But we could also test like, you know, different sabers. Like, oh, is this one brighter than that saber? You know, similar blades, different sabers. That's another test.
That'll be good for like telling the difference between like photonic and stuff too, like that slight like color variation.
Yeah.
See, you know, like constantly slotting them in and out and changing the colors and seeing like what works best. And yeah.
Totally. That's a good idea. Because like, yeah, like to see like, let's say with a TriStar, like, is it brighter, or just a regular style blade? Like, is it brighter by how much with the photonic tube? Because it certainly has bigger numbers, but like to see it side by side would be really cool.
Definitely. Always looking for new like moving LED like contraption parts too. I mean, you got the Death Star set up with some cool like galaxy thing in the back, and then you know, and then you got some like lightsaber scrolling panel.
I like his Knight Rider scroll. Yeah, that's so sweet.
I got my tracing LEDs. They can go bright, and they can go fast.
You know,
but that's all I got in my room.
I like that. I like that. Your
plasma
background looks
globe.
kind of like Fifth Element. Like, you remember like
Mila
the environment of
Jovovich.
like Fifth Element and stuff like that.
JT, where do you get your animated, like, do you buy the strips with like a control box? How do you do that?
So I control them on a phone app.
Okay.
That is some nasty
Yeah.
glare. But I control them on my app, but I get them in rolls of 16 foot. And then let me see if I can turn my entire laptop. I got it around my door. It goes
what's
under
the
my
interface
bed,
module?
under my window, comes back around
Oh, damn.
under where I am, and then under my door where you come in as well. So
Oh, you
around
bought
two
like
doors.
200 feet of the stuff.
Yeah, it goes
That's
completely around my room on the like the trim. So, yeah.
So you
I
bought
like
the
that.
control. You bought the control module separate from the strips.
No, so this like a box of 16 foot comes with like a power supply. And I have two power supplies just to like continue the feed so it doesn't like lose the brilliance, that kind of
Right.
stuff. So like they're on opposite
Nice.
sides of the room. So they came with the power supply, but all it is quick connects. Boom, snap it in, and then they're tracers. So when you control on the app on the phone, you just go down the list and you can select all the different presets. You can do a custom color, just have it stay there. You can do rainbow, you can do speed and brightness, all that kind of good stuff. So
because I've been looking for like an affordable-ish kind of way to animate some of our saber stands that I've been teaching my stepson to print on Etsy. And so far, everything we have is just kind of not static, like it'll change from RGB, but it doesn't do smooth animations like the strips we're buying. So is the control chip that connects to the app built into the strips itself?
So the app actually brings off of the Wi-Fi signal that the power coupling has. So like I said, when you get the 16-foot roll, it comes with the power supply. You plug that into your wall, and then you see a little green light come on. That green light basically is your saying, "Hey, okay, everything's good," and then you can use the Bluetooth setting on your phone, and it'll pick up the Wi-Fi signal, and you can just control it right from there, anywhere in the house. Yeah.
May I ask if that's like an Amazon thing?
Yeah, it's called N-Light LED. They're kind of like buried in the LED strip graveyard that is the mass media, because you got all these teenagers and stuff. They buy them up. They're like, "Mom, I need LED strips in my room all around my ceiling and all that." I had this idea before it got popular, and then all of a sudden everyone's doing it. I'm like, might as well just jump on the bandwagon. Damn.
Yeah, but the animation, that's stylish, man. That's cool. You said it was N light, like the letter N, or END light?
ENLIGHT.
Oh, so N light. Got it.
Yeah,
I get it. Like enlighten. I got it. Nice.
Yeah,
thank you.
If I could find the screenshot, I can just like email the company name and all that kind of stuff. So
that'd be
those
awesome.
Would be cool. Like if you set them up like in your garage, and they were in such a way like kind of on the walls and the ceiling around your car, like where your car was parked. Yeah. And if your car was like really clean, like you could sit in it and not go anywhere, but just pretend like through the lights flashing by that you're like driving fast and shit. That you're like driving like Tokyo or whatever.
They're like landing strips where you're coming into the docking bay, and then like you get the sensor and they go from green to red when you get like far enough in the garage. There you go.
Or like
crazy.
Or you build like a skater half pipe ring for like your garage, and then you put them on the inside that, and then cave it to the ceiling, and then when you park and all the lights are off, it's like hyperspace.
There you go. Hit the hyperspace button. Nice.
Yeah, they had this place where I was at. It was like, that like upside down museum place in like Orlando.
Yeah.
They also have one in. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's like a museum thing, and I don't know. Like I went to the same exact thing, but it was in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you first walk in, they had an effect like that. It's almost like if they used your strips there and wrapped them around in a conical like spiral, and you walk through that, and it's flashing in such a way that like I was looking at it from back, and I'm like, that's nothing. I can fucking walk through that. No big deal.
Navigate that.
And then like I went and I was like, oh my God, I have to go back. So like in the center of it, yeah, like I thought I had to hold on and shit, but it's literally just the walkway is still, but you have lights around you, and these lights are in a circle pattern around you, spiraling around you, and you think that when you step back, you're like, that looks like it's nothing. But when you step in and you're on that walkway, like I thought I was turning and I was practically on my knees. I turned around and I was rushing toward the entrance back to go where even though I just paid $30, I was like, fuck this, I can't even go in. And I was about to roll over like a mom and two little kids who were about to enter. So I realized I can't go past them. I can't ask them to move, even though I can't stand up. So I have to turn around and actually face this fucking spiral fear and go forward and go into the doorway of this place. But that was actually the craziest part of the place. The rest of it wasn't that crazy.
Space is like when you step out, it's fine. But when you step in, you're like, damn, someone put something in my drink.
Get out of the way, kids. I'm out of here.
Dizzy in there.
I like how you're like trapped in between a fearful light and then like a fearful family.
Like a mom was like, oh my God, this guy gonna run us over, but I stopped myself. I'm like, all right, I guess I have to go back.
Compose myself. That's funny. Spin your head the other way. All right, my camera's doing the blurry thing. Come back to me. There we go.
All right, let's introduce another guest for Mundo Monday.
In here, we pour whiskey.
There he is.
What up, guys?
You're in a different place every time. I love it.
I'm back in the garage, but this time, man, we've been busy busting butt in here.
It's clean in there now.
Wednesday morning, I've got some guys coming in to put a electric garage. So we haven't. Nice. We just finally got one, and man, I've been busting butt with my kids trying to get the area cleaned up enough to where the guys can come in and put the garage door opener for us. So excuse the mess behind me here. So Mama got herself a new little workbench too, man. Hey, can you guys hear me good? Because I got the mic jacked in. Yeah. That mic that I had last time, Space, that my boss gave me. I got it jacked into the computer right now, so I'm hoping you guys can hear me really good.
Oh, it does sound good this time, Mundo. Thank you. That sounds great.
All right.
Now Mundo, this garage door opener guy, he's gonna come and he's gonna see all this lightsaber equipment just lying around. Is he gonna question anything? He's like, someone's doing something here.
Turn you into the Secret Service.
Oh, Mundo froze.
They got him. The Secret Service.
What's that?
Hang on, guys. Let's see. Did I stop for a second there?
Yeah. The audio is good, but you did freeze visually. But I think
you were worried.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys heard me or not, but like you were saying, if the guy comes, I'm just gonna have to tell him, hey, I'm a Padawan learner, but I want to I will eventually become a master.
I'm working on it. I was more so thinking like he walks in as you're like levitating, and then you're like building your lightsaber through the force like Galen Merrick, you know.
Dude, now that would be badass, man. I probably would think I probably freak him out, man. You know.
Well, here's a master of the civilized arts, and I have seen him build a saber with the parts floating in front of him like Luke. So let's bring in Jedi Hesh.
Yeah.
I have something here for you. It's the weapon of a Jedi. And I am a Jedi.
Yo. There he is.
What up, Jedi drummer?
Fab 5. What's up?
And I spiked your drink. I really didn't have anything floating in the air.
I got one floating right now.
You want to hear something scary? It feels like last night I talked to all you guys, and that was a week ago.
It does. A week goes by quick.
What the hell?
Especially like when you're on a certain planet. It's like that movie Interstellar, you know, when like the one guy, he's old when they come back.
That would suck.
And watch it be like inner space, right? You got
what you up to, Harris?
Talking to Dennis Quaid. You know, he's all. Did you hear that?
I almost slept through tonight, guys.
You were taking a nap?
Yeah, well, so it was so hot last night in my apartment. My air conditioner wasn't cooling things off. And I went to bed and I put on the airco in my bedroom and I could not get it cooled down. So like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting sweating, staring at the ceiling.
Oh,
so
I've been there doing that.
I didn't sleep well last night. It's been really hot here lately. It's hot everywhere right now. But it's been really hot. So I came home and I cooked dinner and then I ate a little bit. My belly was full. I laid down and I dozed off and I cracked an eye and I'm like, uh-oh, I'm late.
Oh, no. Yeah, my dad's without AC down in Florida for the past 8 days. And because he bought like a trashy AC like brand like 2 years ago. And he's just been having trouble like 10 days a year just out of it. Since then, it's pretty much brand new. So he's thinking about he's like, if they don't fix it this time, I'm going to, get some better brand.
Dude, you can go to like Canada right now, like deep north, and you'd probably see somebody wearing shorts on a sunny day. Like it is hot, like you said, everywhere.
It's getting weird.
Shoot, today was 109 over here.
Whoa.
Feels like that over here. It'll be 80, but humidity from Ontario makes it feel like 95.
Can I open up the Saber Talk discussion tonight?
Yeah. Open it up.
Do it.
Do it.
So I'm a little confused about something, and I thought maybe I'd ask you guys live on the air and see if you guys can clarify the situation for me. I ordered another board last week for the Luke Hero that I'm working on, and I'm confused as to the difference between, y'all know I'm a CFX fan, and my two favorite places, KR Sabers and TCSS, are both advertising 6-axis and 9-axis CFX boards. Now, I know one loses the option of not having the magnetic ring power on capability, but what is the difference between the 6-axis and the 9-axis? I don't get it.
I don't even know.
Where does an axis come in play?
I didn't even hear that.
I don't know. Like if you go to KR's website, KR Sabers, and you're looking at the CFX board, you have the choice to pick either a 6-axis, AXIS, I believe, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, or a 9-axis, but a CFX board. I don't know the difference. Anyone? Maybe one of our listeners can tell me tonight.
Do they mean like axis as in like the smooth swing capability?
I'm not sure. I don't get
That's what I'm wondering is if it recognizes more gesture controls because it's got more access recognition. I don't know.
I didn't understand it as that. And can you go to KR website? Is that something we can do here with our technology?
Totally. What is it? What is there? The Saber Armory?
Yeah, go to KR Saber. I think I usually look up, just do a search for KR Sabers. And I guess, I mean, is it cool? Like, it's not like a copyright infringement if we show it on our show, is it? I mean, I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, really, we're advertising for them, so technically,
Not unless we play Cal's jingle, then we're gonna get in all kinds of trouble.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you go to the the board page under components, I believe, or soundboards, it's got the option, and maybe Ant can read it, or we can read it together and figure that out. Honestly, it's been a week and I have not received it yet. I don't even remember which one I ordered. I think I ordered the non-ring thing, because that's a function that I'll never use. So I don't know if I'm losing that functionality and gaining better saber control with the 9-axis. I figured that was something I could talk to you guys about tonight.
That's a good question.
One, that's a great thing for us to discuss, because I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, before we veer off, Harris, what did you mean by magnetic ring?
So there's a function on CFX that if you buy a ring to wear on your finger, but it's a magnet, it's a metal ring, so it just looks like you're wearing like a metal ring, but it's magnetized. And if you reach for the saber or pick up the saber or hold your hand near the saber, it picks up that magnetic ring. And I took it as it will power on the saber through the magnetic ring. I could be wrong. Yes. Ant, do you see it? Do you see
right.
it?
Okay. So I know what you're talking about now.
We offer the 9.
So what's the question? Like, what's the difference between 6 and 9?
Yeah. What's the difference? And I realize we're losing that one function, but what are you gaining by going one versus the other? They're both the same cost. I don't think there's a difference in the cost in them.
The way I read it before is that you're just losing the magnetic ring option, but why 6 versus 9 is weird.
So I'm trying to read it. I can't read it, and it's a little small.
So I can read it to you guys. So it says we offer the 9-axis and 6-axis versions of the board. Note, the 6-axis board uses a different component resulting in no magnetic support. The 9-axis board has magnetic support. We offer magnetic rings if you'd like to utilize some of the magnetic features of the 9-axis board. And then it says, they have a link. They're sold here.
Magnetic features. So that rings in my head like Harris was thinking, like you can activate it through the ring.
Correct.
Right. Yeah. Like in the CF manual, you can find the instructions to do that. The only reason I'm thinking that some of them might not contain that, it's possible that it's that like chip situation.
Well, so my question is this. So let me elaborate my question a little bit. I realize on one we gain that magnetic feature, and on the other one version we lose that magnetic feature. But on the one that we lose the magnetic feature on, what are we gaining by losing that feature? Are we gaining something? Are we gaining better motion control because it's 9-axis? That's what I'm assuming. It's 9-axis is better saber control or more realistic saber, smooth swing.
What's the difference in cost? Because it might just be the cost for that chip.
I believe it's the same thing.
That's probably what it is.
Can you click on the one versus the other ant and see if the cost changes?
Oh, I see that now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
it did change.
$10.
Oh, it did change.
So
okay,
I'm thinking
so
it has
is more expensive.
Yeah, like it has a component
might just
that works with that magnet deal.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good
I
question,
wonder
Harris.
if like that's the only thing you lose.
So are you gaining something by losing that? Is it a trade-off? Or is
you gain $10, I guess.
I think it's just the money because you're not getting the component.
Or is the advantage of look, you're getting that capability to power the thing with a magnet. So is that the gain versus the other board?
When I think of this, I think of the whole PlayStation 5 scandal that was going on, or not scandal, but preference that was going on when the system was coming out was, do you want a disc version or do you want to pay $100 more? Or no, do you want a discless version or do you want to pay $100 more and get a disc reader on your PS5? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't that much of a feature, but it was that little bit extra to get something like that. So that's what I'm thinking about this kind of pay a little bit more.
Yeah, because like it really must be something with the components because the magnetic feature is actually supposed to come on every CF10. So it must be just something very recent that they decided to, like we need to print more boards. We need to make more boards. So the option's pretty nice to say, okay, the chips are limited. Let's charge people a little less. We'll leave those off and charge them a little more if they want the way it was originally designed, but it's got to have something to do with that, because there's something else in the manual about like, oh, if you have this version of the board, you have to like do something with this, and if you have this version of the board, and it's all to do with those chip shortages. So I'm thinking that's probably what it's actually a nice like way to do it. I think like it's kind of clever to leave off that feature. The only thing I'm asking though is that all you lose, is the magnetic feature. That's all that they list here.
I was under the impression you're gaining something by losing that feature. You're gaining like better. Is the 6-axis the one with the magnetic control, or is the 9-axis?
9-axis magnetic.
9-axis has magnetic control.
So I'd email him and see exactly what he means by axis,
Yeah. I think I believe I ordered now the cheaper one. I think I ordered the one without the magnetic ring functionality, because that's something that I never used,
Yeah, me either. But I've seen it looks really cool. Like some people make it so sensitive you can just run your hand over top of the hilt and it ignites.
Yeah,
it's like you're using the force.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
The force is activating it. Yeah.
I could see that, man. You're like, and then it.
Well,
ignites,
I think
man.
like if you were to go with like I don't know if CF10 has the gesture controls like Profi does, but you can make a motion and turn on the saber.
Yeah.
Recently
with the
added
saber.
those.
Yeah, that was a recent update, I believe, right?
Yep.
That's in the latest firmware update.
Yep.
You've all seen the Kenobi show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one episode where Haja uses the magnets to scam that family, to make it seem like he has the Force. I wouldn't take too lightly on showing magnets to it, in front of a Jedi. He might not be too happy. You might want to get the other board.
Nice. Yeah, I ordered the one without the magnetic functionality. So
first I've heard of it.
We'll see. Yeah,
that's cool.
And
I like that option. I would order that one too, to just like save the money, and I would never use the magnet deal.
Yeah, I've never had any inkling. I mean, I wear watches, but I'm not a big ring guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Playing with electronics, you can get zapped.
Maybe wear a big magnet on my head. Hold my head near the saber.
Tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Yeah, like I can
go
go like this and make pretend I'm powering up the saber.
Watch this.
Mental thought capability. Ooh. Well, I just thought that would be a neat question to open up Saber Talk tonight.
Yeah. Nice one.
What are you guys working on this week? What's anybody working on?
Droid stuff.
Building the droid, yeah.
Nice.
Well, Harris, you know what I'm working. Well, y'all know what I'm working on.
I was just going to say, Mundo, I saw your post on Facebook.
I'm very close. Very close.
Are you powering up, or you're not powering up at all?
I am powering up.
Okay.
It is turning on. But when I put the power to it, it's got that red light on there, and it's got the ee. So I think I've got one wire kind of screwy or something like that. I'm not sure.
You're getting a funny
What do you mean by
ee? Yeah, that's
it's
what
buzzing?
I'm buzzing.
Yeah, like I sent you some videos, Space, on Messenger, so you can check that out. And then I put it on the Saber Academy too, and you can see what's happening.
It was coming out the speaker. You think some sound is coming out the speaker?
No, it's not the sounds out of the speaker. It's the sound coming from where the PLI is for some reason. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. I thought it was the speaker, but it's not. And then I plugged in the charger, right? And I took the charger off, and it came on. Harris, you saw that the video, right?
Yeah.
So it came on and it ignited, but the blade is not coming on. So I do know that with the blade not coming on, I think I have to fiddle with the LED number count.
You like the settings or whatever to put?
Yeah, I think I have to go into the settings and see how that's gonna work with the blade.
Mundo,
but I need to get the that taken care of first, that little problem. And I think it just might be one little wire that I may have done wrong. And I'm thinking that that's what it is.
Mundo, it sounds to me like you found the self-destruct mechanism.
You better cut that red wire.
I probably did.
You
I
guys
got a
know on
thermal
Trek-
detonator sitting in my damn saber.
I just watched the Trek episode last night, and they cracked the little disc on the phaser, and the phaser started going, "Woo!" And then it started getting a "Woo!" And the alien's like, "What did she do?" And the captain's like, "She activated the phaser self-destruct mechanism."
Yeah.
So be careful, it might blow up in your hand, dude.
Well, Space, I don't know if you can go into the Saber Academy and look up my video, and you can see exactly what's going on right there. I don't know if you'd be able to, unless
that is interesting.
Oh,
Is that Facebook? I don't know if I'm very fast with that. Facebook, is it?
I got an idea. Hold on. Why don't I try this? Okay. Let me turn on the.
What's going on here with this? But I'm gonna pull a kill key and see what happens. Oops.
Now, if you see that red light right there, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the PLI, right?
And you hear that? You hear that?
No.
Oh, I hear it. It's a high pitched like ringing.
I can't hear it. My hearing's bad though.
Is the PLI working, Mundo? Did you say it was working?
Now you hear that and you see the red light, right?
Yeah, it's like it's a really high pitched ringing.
Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna set this down. Put the kill key back in. And then put
Sounds like someone's calling you.
No, I had Cal's video in the background. I apologize for that.
No, the beeping on the saber. It sounds like someone's
detonator.
ringing a phone. Yeah.
That is interesting. It's like the PLI chip itself, huh?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. It might be the PLI negative that I might be getting wrong. But
How hard is it to get it out of there, Mundo, and test it all by itself?
everything should be connected right. Except
Yeah, I was going to suggest kind of like if you could have a duplicate test set up or somehow like using the same board but wire similar stuff like right next to the saber, and then try to like get it to work like outside the saber.
Now I'm going to turn this one off. And I'm going to show you all a different one. Hold on just a minute, guys.
Like if you can wire all the stuff like outside, like for instance, like from the emitter on down to the speaker, and then just get it to work like where the saber lights up the blade, and then try to install it exactly like that inside the saber. Once you see it working outside the saber.
Yeah, to test for that noise, isolated. Is that what you mean, Sis?
Yeah, because like I know it's a total pain to like do things twice or whatever, but
Yeah.
you will end up doing it twice anyway. Like, so it should be
right.
like
So let me show you all this after. I'm going to show you all this little clip right here after I plugged in the charger to see if maybe it was because maybe the battery's so low that that's what's going on. But you know, it's kind of weird because when I put in the kill key, it's still not cutting off the power like it should. So, but I know I got my power right. So here we go with this clip right here. And
when I pull the cord off, the charging cord, see that? And here's the
Getting close.
Yeah, that looked good.
So that's where I'm at right now with that.
Yeah, so check the config settings to see that you're on the right stuff for NeoPixel, and then try it again before like you button everything up.
Yeah, see, and that's why I'm pretty sure I've got almost everything. Well, I got almost everything correct. Like I said, it just may be the PLI wire. But then again, like you said, Space, I might need to go into the settings and try that and see if that works. But I know I need to just shorten everything up. I know I've got my button orientation correct. I know I've got the that yellow wire that goes to the board negative. That's correct. I went over this like probably 3,000 times, man, before I even started, you know, soldering the wires together. And I mean,
good.
You know, because I mean, me being dyslexic, I see everything backwards. Like, no shit, I gotta, you know, make sure that I do it right. So, like I said, it's probably one of those two things that is going on, and I gotta figure out why the kill key is not, when I plug it in, it's not cutting off that
completely
power.
cutting the power.
I might have that wire backwards. So
gotcha.
Still a little work to do, but I'm so close.
That is
close. You're real close. So if you guys want to see
like
what
I
I'm
said,
tinkering around with, go ahead.
Yeah, let's see.
Ahead,
let's see.
No, this is still Jeff's LS6 that's been kicking my ass. I don't know if you guys have heard installers complain about the LS6. It's the tiniest thing in the world. So my new goal is now I've made the smallest freaking crystal chamber.
Wow.
Rotating crystal chamber on the planet.
Rotating.
Yeah. So there's 8 connections. 8 connections that disappear into the top of this thing.
You know what that looks like?
Is that fiber optic?
No.
What do you know? It's a saber dart.
Yes. Exactly. So I've been making my own pogo pins on the laser cutter. And so these are spring-loaded pogo pins that will mate. This is the control box for the LS6, and we turn it around so you guys can recognize what's going on here.
That's nice, man.
So this will connect with these 8 pins here, like that. When you bolt it to the top of the hilt. So when you remove this, then the entire chassis will slide out. This goes in a copper sleeve, but this is kicking my ass.
Is that box? Is that the TCSS box?
It is. It's the same one you're using. Yep.
That's the same one I'm using then. Okay.
Right.
But I went with the upgraded parts for it.
Yeah, you did. That the illumination PCB for that you got is way better because I hacked into their original LS6 and it's a bitch, but I did it, but it's not easy.
Did you put did you put the arrows in yet?
The green, no, not yet. Because I actually have the green and red ones instead of the clear ones now.
They're clear. Well, I'll give you a little hint. I used a green and a red Sharpie on my clear ones.
There you go.
And they look great. They look great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit it with once it's done, I'm gonna hit it with a little shot of clear coat or maybe some clear nail polish. so that
Yep.
way that red will never come off. But
It
but
won't rub off,
I always
exactly.
thought it was weird that it's clear, not
Thanks,
like in
Felicia.
color.
Agreed. It is weird.
Yeah.
It's not
Nice job
screen
on that crystal chamber, brother.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's taking a long time because everything is so small. It's taking like 4 times as long.
Very cool.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Very, very nice.
Hey, but the payout is worth it, man. I mean, these crystal reveal, sabers on the market are some of the nicest looking ones out there, at least that I've seen.
Oh yeah.
I have a soft
It is
spot
a
for
challenge.
any crystal chamber that's exposed like that.
And that one's gonna rotate. Whoa, that's wild.
Yeah, I don't know if you could see it on camera. I had it plugged into the battery, so it was rotating.
I could tell. Yeah, it
Okay,
was
cool.
turning. That was
The
really
crystal
nice.
itself was spinning, right?
Yeah, and so the
Yeah.
crystal's magnetic, so I can remove it and put a different color in.
So
yeah,
cool.
it's
Dave,
kicking
you
my
always
ass.
go the extra mile, bro.
I'm always trying
What
to
do you
do
mean
something
you could put a
different.
different
He does,
color
man.
in?
Well, here, let me go. I
Definitely-
had to get a
definitely
plastic.
amazing.
Here, I'll show you. I had to get a plastic tool, special tool. for
Why?
the
Because is there
crystals.
like a white LED in there, and then you change the crystal color?
There's no way to get an LED inside the magnet, but like if you want to blow me up here, this is the size of the crystal, and I put this on the micro mill and put holes in it stuff. So there's no way to get like a light behind this. But if you take, let me unplug this for now so it's not rotating. So if
Oh
you
my
take
God,
this,
you're a genius.
I had to get these little plastic tools from Amazon, and you got to reach in here, grab the crystal with the plastic tool,
Wow.
like this.
Wow.
Wow.
There's your removable crystal, and then you take the new one. This is like, so that was the aqua or a blue. This is a yellow one. So let's see if we can see that on camera. You hover it in there like this, and you let go of it. Make sure it's nice and centered.
Magnet.
Whoop, it went flying across the room. Anyways, yeah, that's how they go in. I'll just put the blue one back in.
Dave, that reminds me of the game Operation, the little kids game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's that kind of a thing where you pop it in and out. It takes
Star
a
Wars
steady
edition,
hand.
right?
Very cool.
I touched the
man.
sides. Apparently, it flew across the room. That was
Very
cool.
cool.
Don't you know I'm making a?
Just when you think that you can't fit anything else into a job that held a saber,
Yeah.
that man comes up with another idea. I love it.
Amazing.
I love
That's
it.
why he's the
And-
arms dealer, man.
And that's why I watch all 2.5 hours of your videos, dude.
My camera's doing that. Focus.
So cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
What was it?
No,
Anwar's gonna end up calling him soon.
Was
Well,
it
it's gonna-
Hasbro? Was it Hasbro that made Operation? They're gonna be like, why are all these older,
I think so.
men, just adult men, just buying Hasbro, Operation board games just for the tool and then throwing out the whole game? It doesn't make any sense. What are they doing with the tools?
I felt like Harris's last saber he brought over was like Operation. Every time I touched it was sizzling and smoking.
The red lights were going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
this
gonna
will
be
make
the thermal detonator.
Mundo happy. Here, hold on.
I always picture myself. I'm gonna be in the insane asylum, like when I'm like 80, just like lightsabers.
Well, see,
Rocking
I
back
think
and forth.
I think we're
Yeah,
gonna
in
think
my
like
chair.
we are like you're probably gonna have this fantasy that you will have these like memories of being Han Solo or Luke Skywalker or something,
I
and you'll
got-
like believe that you are one of them.
It's funny because we got one of our residents that likes Star Wars so much. Every day he sees me, he starts going.
Hey, did you hear that? Here, listen.
Oh, you got it.
Oh,
got it.
oh my God!
I didn't hear it. What did you say?
Can you see,
The Cyber Assassin, that's Mundo's favorite.
dude? Can you see? I got a smile from here, a grin from here to here,
That's a cool. That's a cool
Oh.
font.
dude.
Did it get converted to smooth swing, JT?
Yeah, they did. Here.
Oh, nice. Very
Oh
cool.
my God, I love that.
Very cool.
You know what would be cool is a yellow blade with that font, man. A gold blade
Yeah.
with that font.
It's a good font.
I
You mentioned that last week, and I was like, I have Cyber Assassin. I was even bring it up.
I have it too. I'm
like
not
I
sure
said,
I have that.
I
smooth
tried to
swing
purchase
version.
it on the day on the day he took it off. I didn't even know he took it off the store. And when I knew he was leaving, but on the day that he took it off, I thought he had a couple of days still left on the thing, and I was all like, okay, this is 1 or 2 days, so I'll be able to get it. I just had to get the money real quick, get the font, and as I was clicking onto the font, it disappears. I'm all like, shit. Oh. I'm all like, Shamim. But he was very gracious. I'm gonna tell you all this. When I started my build on my friend's saber, the one that you all saw right here, me working on, when I started that, Shamim was very gracious. Shout out to him. He was so gracious in helping me, because when my friend passed, I had reached out to him and said, hey, look, I want to put his voice on my deal. Would you be able, how much would you charge me to do the boot font for me, and that way I can put it on my saber? And he emailed me back. He says, here you go, bud. I'm sorry to hear about your friend. And so I've always enjoyed a lot of his videos, and I mean, he was fun to watch too, as of all of you guys are so much fun to be with and watch. And it was just it was a blessing to see him work, but at the same time, a blessing for him to help me with my friend's font, and I just can't thank him enough for doing that for me.
Yeah, that's a diamond in the rough right there, because since he didn't even archive his channel, he just straight up deleted everything, along with some of these other lightsaber peoples. It's kind of a moment where you kind of had to be there to see it. Like if you heard if a new person in the community bought a lightsaber and they heard the name Shamim, it means nothing to them. But to everyone here, yeah, that's got some history behind it.
I have a question. Did any of you guys? I don't know the whole story. Why did he turn tail and run? Why did he leave the whole community?
There was a lot of controversy at the time in terms of a lot of people were getting ugly within the community, and not only was he getting tired of all of the hate, the negativity, and so forth, but on top of that, he also had other reservations. I mean, he was getting married, he was going to have family or whatever, if you will. So there was a lot of things that were going on that changed his mind from staying in the community. I mean, he still does certain things, from what I understand. He still hangs out with certain people that are in the community left, and he's not. I mean, he'll put his, he'll put some ideas out there for others to kind of check out, but with other people that are close to him. You know what I mean? He's kind of like the behind the scenes person, so to speak.
Still pays attention, but
yeah.
So when Christian Gale built my Star Killer, he's friends with Shamim. So when he was asking me, hey, what sound fonts do you want? I could put anything you want on here. I'm like, I want Corellia by Genesis. I want Kyberphonics Grievous ones, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, do you? Weird question, but do you think it would be possible to get one of Shamim's font? I know he's not there anymore. Oh yeah, I'm buddies with them. I'm like, that's right, you did that collab video with them on that one thing. And is that a thing? He's like, yeah. So I'll ask him, and yeah, he'll be coming over here shortly. So maybe who knows, he can help work on your hilt. So I have no idea what he helped on, but apparently he helped on something else about my lightsaber. But that's just cool. I like the mystery.
Wow.
But
yeah.
But something like Cyber Assassin, I wouldn't have been able to get it. Like you said, I mean, you tried to get it and then it went away like that. This was long after, Shamim, that's a name I haven't heard since.
I have one of his fonts. I have one font from him, and it's on every saber that I own. Bad motherfucker.
Oh, Sam Jackson?
I love it.
Yeah.
Whenever I do a saber demo for somebody that doesn't, have any clue of what we do, It's something that I always show them because it's fun, and it shows like a totally different ball game of what you can do, and
yeah, it's not just Star Wars.
Yeah, totally fun. I have that font on. I bought it years ago, and I still have it, and then I bounce it to every saber that I build gets Shamim's bad motherfucker on it. DMF.
Yeah.
So
if I ever get a
put a lot, go ahead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I said, if I ever get a hold of that Cyber Assassin, you better believe I'm gonna put it on my friend's saber, and it will be a gold blade.
Can't you? If someone has the same board as you, can't you send them over like a duplicate of the font?
It's possible. It's possible.
But I could figure out how to do that, because I'm not a big techie guy. If I could somehow figure out how to do that, I could.
Like I have the one that Mundo would need, because if he needs it for the Prism, I think I have the Cyber Assassin that's like non.
Yeah, I'm running the Prism 5.1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm Crystal Focus 10. And when I was segueing, so when Christian, when he was building this and asking the sound fonts and all of that, a lot of the sound fonts that I chose were for Nano Biscuit, and like not even Smooth Swing compatible. So he had to do a lot of custom sourcing, going right to the creators, because he already knows the guys already, so it's not that big of a deal. He just messages them, but to like source out the files and have them update their fonts just to make them compatible like that, like Cyber Assassin, that's in my eyes, that's probably what Shamim helped him on, remastering. It's
really
a lot of custom stuff goes into these things.
Yeah, I think that was one of his greatest hits right there.
And the Alien one too, another beautiful one.
Oh yeah, the Alien one.
Cyber Assassin into all the Saberforge sabers. I know that was on. I heard there was a triple pack that came with the old Saberforge. Well, not that old, but Shamim 8. That era. There was Cyber Assassin. I want to say it came on the Bane, so it came with Alien, and then there was another one that all three of them were Shamim's. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think there was like a deal struck with the guy from Saberforge. I know what you're talking about, because back in the day, like when I got my first one, the Venom, red, that was it. And then Crimson, was it? Yeah, Crimson sound font. It was that and Viridian. And then they came out with the V2 Champion line, which made it so you can have your one color. But like you said, it came with a pack of like 3 different fonts. One was like a gray Jedi font. One was a light, and it had like, gray meat, light meat, and then like something else. And then, Cyber Assassin was one of the ones on one of those packs as well. I remember seeing that.
Rob says, I made it, guys. Sorry, I'm late. No, Rob, you ain't
Robert Sotomayor is here. Let's bring him in.
You're a saber talker. Listening to saber talkers makes me thirsty.
What's going on, Rob?
Gentlemen, how's it going?
What's going on, Rob?
How are you tonight?
Oh,
I'm glad I can make it. What up?
Yeah,
hey, how's it going? Mundo?
Good to see you.
Dave?
Good, Rob. Yourself?
Good.
Loving the pics, bro.
What's up?
Loving the pics.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, every day I post a new one. Every day.
Yeah.
Amazing, man. Amazing.
I try to get out.
Cole Weathers is here. He says, good to see you all. Good to see you, Cole. Me and Cole are going to do a stream one day where we draw Star Wars stuff. So stay tuned for when that's going to happen. Chuck Alvarado is here. What's going on, Chuck? Great community.
What's up, Chuck?
I don't think Shamim does fonts anymore.
No, he doesn't. We know that.
No.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And the
Jeff
Galaxy
Birch.
441.
Jeff Birch was another one of those really talented saber installers.
Yes. Yeah, he got tired of the negativity as well in the community, but he also had a lot of family and work obligations as well. So that kind of took over. You know, God bless him. You know, that kind of took over everything as well. He still does do vids from time to time.
So I have a question for you guys, and Rob, maybe as you as a moderator on the Lightsaber page, maybe you can answer. But does a lot of the negativity, do you guys find it comes from the younger guys?
It's both ends. And actually, I find that it comes more from the veterans than the newer people. Because just my personal opinion and what I've seen, it comes from both aspects. It's just the veterans, since we are set in our ways and we're kind of like hesitant to change. And when we get new people coming in, and it's like, it's an accumulation of things. Like we've had scammers that just come in out of nowhere and all of a sudden they want to sell stuff, or we get installers, or we get just vendors or whatever it is that may be coming in new. Like we've been screwed over so many times, or so many other people have been screwed over, that we're already like with a negative mindset looking at these people like, who the fuck is this and why are they here? And that's really not the way to go about things. Like I tell my guys, just watch and observe. Like if they're doing their work and it looks wrong or whatever, like if you want to put in your input, shoot them a private message. Don't flame them in front of everybody and make them look like an idiot and then make the community look bad. And I think that's the issue. The issue is that a lot of veterans, a lot of just want to spread out their knowledge, but it's coming out in the wrong way. And so that's where the negativity stems from, and it's a back and forth. Like the new people that come in, for the most part, aside from those that try to scam people or have bad intentions, they're wide-eyed. They're still wet behind the ears, and they want to learn. And when they're asking what we consider or what we might consider to be silly questions, we get those asshole responses, and then that's when we got to come in and clean it up. And that's the major problem I'm seeing.
Yeah, that
Jared,
concept
how you
goes.
doing? Happy New Year Monday, Jared.
That concept goes beyond the Saber community as well. The whole idea behind if you have a problem, somebody take it to the DMs rather than the public. I've seen a lot of these big like Star Wars YouTubers do that, and then they thrive off of that sort of drama, and it makes their fan base look kind of like brainwashed minions.
Yeah.
But that's besides. That's a new can of worms.
It is. It's really bad. And what I preach is just shut the fuck up. It's none of your business. Like stay in your lane and do your own thing and leave people alone. They'll learn.
I try to live off of something that I learned in fucking kindergarten, and I post on a lot of people's stuff. And if I don't like what somebody says or I disagree, I live by, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Keep your fucking mouth shut.
And then you punch him in the face.
I break my screen.
Now, a lot of what I've seen, and Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do know like what you're saying with some of the veterans, though. They get a little bit irritated because, you have these newbies and other intermediate as well that ask the same question over and over and over again, but they don't want to do the work. Basically, what they want to do is like, hey, you tell me what I got to do, then I'll do it. I'm not going to go and do this research. I'm not going to go look up at this page. I'm not that. And that's what really gets under your skin, because the answers are there for them, but they're not taking advantage of those resources. Am I correct?
So don't answer the questions. Like if you're getting somebody that's constantly asking questions and doesn't want to take the time to read the fucking manual, just ignore their post. Disregard it and keep scrolling. They'll eventually, I guarantee you, that will work better than putting in a negative comment and being, oh, what the fuck? We told you this already. Like, why aren't you learning? Like, go read the book or whatever, as opposed to just don't say anything and nobody's gonna comment, nobody's gonna like anything, and then he's gonna be like, well, fuck, now I have to go read this shit if I really want it to work.
There's going to be plenty of people that have stuff to say, and my stupid comment in a negative form doesn't really add anything to the whole situation. So keep your, like I said, you got nothing nice to say, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, just stay. Just a lot of the community, all of us, veterans, noobs, whatever it may be, we just need to focus on either share positive stuff or don't share anything at all. Like if somebody's asking questions and you genuinely want to help them and not just comment to be an asshole or be a smart ass or belittle them, then fine, go ahead. If you got something of value to contribute, but if you don't, then I don't see why it's so difficult to just grow. Like you're creating negativity for yourself, you're creating negativity for the community, and you're pushing away new people that can help grow the community. There's a lot of talent out there, a lot of talent that is being pushed out the door because we are unwilling to accept them in. We don't want to, I don't know what it is. Like,
do you think some people are threatened by that?
Yeah, absolutely. People are threatened. They feel that they're going to do business, and that's not
a good
the case.
question.
That is not the case. Like, there's so much to make from if you're genuinely somebody that's out there to make money off of doing this. You can make your money, but don't be an asshole. Don't shit on the next guy. Like, do your thing, share your stuff, and you'll be fine. Like, I'm guilty of being caught up in drama, but that's because if I see an unjust, like, I'm going to say something and I'm going to talk shit and I'm going to fight. And I don't care if it makes me look bad. Like, I'm giving you my honest, in all fairness. So I try to do things from an unbiased standpoint. Like, I don't want to pick sides, but if you're being a dick or you're trying to screw people over, like, I'm going to call you out on it and you're going to get banned. It's simple as that.
Doesn't it feel good to send out a good zinger once in a while?
It is good. Like, if you guys see my posts or see my comments, like, I'm a smartass. I'm a huge smartass, but I do it with the right people. I don't go being a smartass to people that are new or don't know me. Like the whole mom joke thing. Like, we all, not all of us, just a few of us kind of like ring each other with it, and it's funny. But when somebody we don't know comes in and says it, it's like, oh, we're just gonna ignore it.
Yeah, the newbie might take it the wrong way,
Yeah.
Sure.
So what is this group that you moderate on?
The Universal Lightsaber Community.
Is this a Facebook thing?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I don't have Facebook. That's why I don't know. Okay.
Rob, did you start the page? You started the page or no?
Yes, I did.
I need to get on it, Rob. I need to get on it.
How many members?
We got over 7,000, closing in on
pretty
8.
Good.
Yeah. We just
that's
pretty
really
good.
There's more lightsaber people on Facebook than like any other platform, and that's like the one platform I don't have.
Yeah, I mean, like, Ant wants me to like really like pick up Instagram. Now I'm clueless with Instagram. I have no idea how it works.
It's the same thing as Facebook, really.
No, it's a lot of like the things are in different places, and
I feel
different things.
Instagram has its place.
And you made a post the other day, and I called up Gabe, and I'm like, Gabe, how do I even fucking share this? I have no idea how to share it. And then on top of that, I think, like, because I'm part of Civilized Sabers, like, it won't let me share it because Gabe already shared it, and I'm already a member of Civilized Sabers. So, like, the whole Instagram thing, just like, I don't get it.
Beat you to
I don't
it.
get it.
Instagram has its place. What's cool about Instagram is that, and I think Facebook is now allowing you to do it, but you can add music tracks and, cool stuff to your videos, and you can, do quick little filters and stuff that make your pictures or whatever images look better. It has its place, but it does also have its limitations.
Yeah,
I limit things no matter either on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're all comfortable with our own medium, and just Facebook is my medium. I don't, like this week we're doing a show, Ant, right? We're doing a show Thursday night talking about the Blade Q&A. So like, I kind of take some cues. You guys know that I play in a band, right? So if I got a gig coming up, I'm not posting a month away. I'm going to wait until that week that the gig is here and really like push. And that's what people are going to notice. You know, you tell them a month ago that you got a gig coming up or you got a date or you got a good show, and they're not going to know. They're not going to remember in 3 weeks. But if you tell them a couple days before, they'll jump on that, you know?
Yeah. Jedi drummer strikes again.
Yeah. You know, it's similar, you know? It's similar. But I don't get Instagram. I don't get it.
Instagram is my main platform. I have like no gumption to upload anything on YouTube. None of the other stuff. It's just Instagram. And even when I use Instagram, I just post whatever the hell I want. And if I like it, I like it. I'm not on a schedule like some of these other media influencers.
So something I noticed since Elon Bezos, is that his name? Elon Bezos?
That covers the two richest.
I think you're combining two dudes.
Since he bought the moon, and he bought the company, and he bought this company and that company, they're all interlaced now, you know? So like I post something on Elon Bezos' webpage and it tells me, oh, well, we're shipping that over to Instagram. And I'm like, okay. But then there's time that it doesn't, and I have no idea how to get it to go. I'm clueless. I'm still trying to figure out who Elon Bezos is. Is that the guy with the penis rocket? I don't fucking know. I have no fucking clue.
Rockets.
I don't know. I'm old, man. And you know, like when I went to school, ain't nobody had a computer.
When you went to school, there was no penis rockets.
No,
there was no Mark Zuckerbergs or penis rockets.
No, not at all.
There was morality back then.
Not at all. I got my first computer. I was in my early 30s, and I bought it from a crackhead at a pawn shop. so when I opened it up, it had a lot of porn on it originally.
He's like, it's ready to go.
Really, it's ready.
They used to print out the porn on that really wide paper with the holes in the side.
In black and white.
Yeah, I'm clueless when it comes to Instagram.
Cold Weather says
the Apple Macintosh.
Cold Weather says, I enjoy an occasional feisty convo in the groups, but not when people get racist or super rude.
No, that's not cool.
Not cool at all. Pure
Jared McDaniel says, pure hubris and arrogance in some people in the community. And thanks to Mundo. No, he didn't mean it that way. So then thanks, Mundo. Amen, Rob. I love your work in all your creations, like your buttons and switches. Thank you for all your hard work and diligence, Jared McDaniel.
Thank you, Jared. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Man.
You're awesome, Jared. You're awesome, dude. Thanks for
Cold Weather says, a well-placed read the fucking manual meme is always funny. Jared says there should be no arrogance or tearing in a community as we all have common goals and interests. We should be more like family and not like an empire.
Agreed.
I like that. Well said, Jared. Well said.
Yeah.
No place for bullying.
And that's the one thing that, you know, we're here for camaraderie, friendship, a common goal. You know, we love lightsabers. We love Star Wars. And, you know, to dissipate and break the chain of camaraderie because you either think you're better than somebody or you have reservations for those who are just coming in, you know, give those guys a break and, you know, chill out. I mean, we're here to have fun. It's not like it's going to be the end of the world if somebody has something, you know, that you don't agree with. I mean, my God. It's crazy how some people can get a little over the edge there, you know.
Yeah,
with 7,000 members in the group,
Chaos.
ULS group, I'm surprised that people can recognize new members. You know, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually ULC, but it's okay.
Rob, I'm going to ask you a favor. Don't ever ask me to be a moderator on your page because I'm just going to click the button and kick everybody to fuck off.
So actually, we are
violation. Judge Dredd said you're fired. Get the
we
fuck
are
out.
actually pretty strict. we are pretty strict. Like if we see somebody, like for the most part, we have a zero tolerance. Like that's why we always tell new members, like, read the group rules, and then if they like do it again, then they're out. Like
That's why I've been kicked out 3 times already.
It's usually two strikes and you're gone.
It's
But
not
it does
penis
depend.
rocket science. It's not penis rocket science here.
Yeah, it's not difficult. It's really not.
One shot and you're out. That's the penis rocket science. One shot, you're out, man. That's it.
This is actually a great idea that Jared has. Like I noticed this type of thing in comic book, like, because I draw comics, so there's like some people I follow on YouTube that do comic book classes, and you could like sign up, and like I don't know how they work, like the paying of it, but it's like through YouTube, and like maybe it's a member deal, I don't know, but this is a good idea. Jared says, Rob, you should consider doing classes for installers and machinists. I'd pay for it. Same with you, Space. Thank you. Yeah, that's a great compliment, and that's a good idea because, like I said, some of these, like, you know, like there was a class, you know, for free on this comic book drawing place that I look at these videos, and then they also have the ones that are paid. So I guess they go into like deeper detail and stuff on the ones that are paid, or just, you know, they're a whole day or they're 4 hours or whatever they are. But that is really cool because that kind of solves a couple things. Like take these new people on Facebook, for instance, in the group, and maybe they would value that, you know, to learn from someone who's been doing it for 10 years.
It's kind of, so from my point of view, or from my experience, it would be difficult for me to do that. I mean, that's a great idea, and I do videos of me machining, and you know, you guys can visually see what I'm doing, and I'm a visual learner. Like if I see you do it, I'll instantly pick it up, as opposed to like sitting in the class and going through instructions and going through all the mumbo jumbo. Like just show me how to do it, and I'll do it. You know, I'm pretty good at that. I'm a visual learner. I'm not an idiot either. Like I can read the manual and still understand what I'm doing. But for mainly my method of learning is through videos, and everything that I've learned as far as the machining goes is off of YouTube. I just started watching different machinists that are legit machinists that are professionals in machining, and I watched what they did, I learned what they did, and then I took it into like making these guys right here, right? So it's for me to go out and do a video on how to do something, like I'm not the guy to do that. Like I can give you my method of doing things and be like, hey, this isn't like the legit way to do stuff. This is just the way I do it and it works for me. So disclaimer, you know, don't go taking my word as, you know, set in stone. It's because it's not. But yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Just if you guys want a particular video on something, on how to do something, I can definitely do that.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things is everybody's got to find their own way. For me, coming from a newbie standpoint, you know, I fell in love with the fact of the lightsabers when I saw, you know, Rob and Space and Custom Genesis, and you know, all of those videos. I've probably seen hundreds of times. And even Jedi Arms Dealer, I still love watching his videos as much. I go back and I watch everybody's videos. Like the last video that I think I watched was Space's Black Mamba one a couple of weeks ago. And it's funny because as soon as I finished watching the Black Mamba video again, guess where it came out of? It came out of the Saber Museum. I'm like, whoa, I just finished watching the video and here it is. You know, so and like I said, it's so important, you know, that you got to absolutely, Rich. I mean, it's a great community, and you know, you have to find your own way and in doing what it feels right to you. Because what Ant does, I'm not gonna do. I can't do what Ant does right now, or any of these other guys right now. I mean, but at the same time, I'm learning. Yeah, I ask a few questions here and there, but for the most part, I try to figure it out for myself. And the more that I kind of screw up, the more I learn. And going back and forth between reading the manual, watching videos, I keep learning as I'm going. I'm a slow learner. I mean, I'm dyslexic, but at the same time, I'm getting it, and I will get it. I'm never going to give up, no matter how hard it is for me. I will never give up, and I will get it done. And one of these days, by the grace of God, maybe I can start teaching people on how to do certain things. I've learned how to make a basic, blade. I've made a NeoPixel blade, and it works. So if I can do it, I know a lot of people can do it if I can do it. But
Absolutely.
you have to put in the work for it, and you have to learn. And yes, there's nothing wrong with asking questions, but take those steps and do what you got to do first. And I do repeat myself because there's people that join in later on, and they may not be hearing what I'm saying right now, but later on they watch the video, they'll be hearing that what I'm saying now a little bit later. And for those who are just coming in and watching us, they'll hear that too later on.
Mundo,
But I mean,
like,
and as
make a
far as these
video-
guys,
Did
I
you
can make a
freeze?
video. What?
You can make a video
Did I
that
freeze?
like I mean, you could start with a video that like was you doing the tracers, soldering the tracers for the circuit cards. That's like something that you're already good at doing. I know it's like a smaller detail of a saber, but you could build on that and make little videos if you were interested in like showing people how you do things. Like, it doesn't have to be the entire saber, just like parts of the saber, like, oh, I did this and this is how I did it.
Space, that's pretty much what you did today. Was it you uploaded a short? I think I saw that where you were using the heater.
Oh yeah, that's like one step of like making a blade.
Just like a
Hey
bunch
guys,
of those.
excuse me, I gotta step out for a second. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That's why he's making so many TriStars. He's got to wear the shades, man.
The TriStar testers.
Something about something about the glasses having like headphones built into them, or just reminds me of Lobot. I don't know why.
Right?
It just does.
Yeah.
You just gotta flip them the other way around,
I love when Lando activates Lobot and his like eyes open. Like he was resting for a moment, like before he served lunch or something.
Those glasses almost look like they could have video cameras in them too.
Yeah, I saw ones online that like Apple was making that like are going to come out, I guess, next year or something, and they are going to do everything like they're going to do like all that Google eyewear stuff, but Apple version.
Apple's like, Google Lens? That's a good idea. All right, here's our product.
We'll do it better.
The new Apple Lens.
Right.
So I want to hear about this saber that Rob and Space might be collaborating on, if I may bring it up, or is it top secret? Did I just blow the lid off?
No, we haven't even had a chance to talk about it. So what you got for me? What you have in mind?
I don't know. I mean, I'm like so open. Like what I like to do is like let the artist like come up with something. So if you had something that you were wanting to try and no one was asking for it, or you had an idea and you're like, I don't know if someone would like this. I mean, maybe I'm the guy. Maybe I'm the guy that would like it.
So I do have a saber that I started making, and I kind of just put it on the back burner. And it really wasn't to my it's missing something. I'll show it to you guys right now. It's actually two of them.
Cole says, I would totally subscribe to a Skillshare or a masterclass with you guys for machining or making blades. Well, that's awesome, Cole. Well, stay tuned. I'm going to make some videos where I'll make the TriStar V2 for you guys, because the TriStar V1 kit is not sold anymore. We're going to do the V2. It's a little bit different, so I'll make a video with that. We'll make a Quad Star video. The Quad Star chips just arrived. We'll make a Pentastar making video. The Pentastar chips just arrived for anyone that wants to make their own Pentastar. We have a Pentastar graphic up on the back wall there. Anybody that wants to make a Dual Star Omega, we have some Dual Star Omega chips that just came in, PCBs. So subscribe over at Civilized Sabers, and I'll make some videos over there making all those blades, you know, and that will give everyone the opportunity. If they want to make that type of blade, there's going to be a kit, so you don't have to pay like a lot of money for the whole blade. You can get the kit and kind of use your own LEDs that you find and stuff.
Question: do you think a Hexastar would be possible?
Is that 6?
Yeah.
6 is possible, but you get into, because JB Kuma measured everything for me and kind of made a diagram of like what will fit, and actually we can get 7 in there, but when there's 7, there's no diffusion, 0 diffusion.
It's just LEDs.
It's just LEDs rubbed up against the side of the blade.
You would really
Maybe
see
one day we'll try
individual LEDs, right?
Yeah, it'll be bad.
You better do some serious sanding to diffuse it.
And see who else is doing that. That's why you're the brightest on the market, because who else out of their mind is mad enough to put that many LED strips in one place?
Well, that's why I kind of tell Rob, like, you got a crazy idea, or you got something crazy that like nobody else might think of, or you think it's too crazy for somebody, like I'm the guy for that. So
I'm the guy.
So with that in mind, if you do like 6 strips and you're saying they're like pushed up against the walls of the blade, and you say you can't diffuse it from the inside, maybe we can diffuse it from the outside, like put a coat of some like white frost paint or something to diffuse.
That's a good idea.
Maybe that'll work.
That's a good idea.
All you gotta do is harness a little bit of dark matter. It's not a big deal.
There's like another option too. I kind of just thought of where it's like, I don't know if you ever bought a Makoto blade, Makoto saber, but Makoto sabers come with kind of like a 1.25 or 1.5 inch thick blade, and I actually have like 2 new ones of those with the foam that goes inside of it, so the foam is even thicker. You know, the foam is pushed up, so maybe that, but you'd have to build a saber that was like the emitter was fatter, you know.
I can totally do that. I can totally customize the emitter to be any size.
Oh, so yeah, we could do something. We could do something with a, what did you say it'd be called, JT? A Hexastar? What did you say it'd be called?
Hexastar.
Hexastar.
Yeah. I don't know what 7 is. I gotta look that up, but
I don't know.
So what if you put all those LEDs in the blade, and then you paint the blade like he was saying, a frost color on the blade, and then sand it down a little bit, put another layer of frost on there, and then sand it down and see how that would come out as far as diffusion was.
Yeah. We're talking no more room in the logo for more suns.
I mean, sabers are already now. Ant, I need to get one of your blades. Like, I don't have one of your blades. I need to check that out. I've been hearing people rant and rave about them. I need to get one.
I'm in the same boat, and it's a sin. I know.
I think the TriStar ones look the best. Like,
yes, I need to get one of those blades off of you. So we'll have to work something out. But you know, blades as they are right now, like the KRs and the Vader Vaults and all those blades, I do photography, you know, as a hobby, and they're bright as shit. Like, I have to turn down the brightness so that they're not, you know, washing out the images from the colors that are they're just ridiculously bright.
Yeah. If you notice, even with like most smartphones nowadays, like any low level tier of NeoPixel is still bright enough where it creates that kind of double refraction in your lens of the camera.
It does.
So like you'll be standing like this, and then like on the other side just floating is like a very dim version of the blade. Yeah.
Ghost blade.
And mirrors.
On the iPhone, it seems like putting it in cinematic mode helps a little. It like stops that. I kind of noticed that on my like recent vacation. I was like, oh, if you put it in cinematic mode, you kind of reduce that super bright aura of the saber a little bit. But
yeah, but you almost get you get quite a bit of the true blade color as well. I've noticed that the aura comes down, but the more true blade color comes through.
So check these out. I'm gonna show you these two that I started machining these like when I first got my lathe and my mill, and I love this emitter.
That is
I
sweet.
like that too.
That is
You got
awesome,
two choke
dude.
sections on there.
Is that
Yeah.
brass?
So this is
Wow.
one choke, and then this is gonna be the crystal chamber area right here in the middle.
Nice.
And then what I need to work on is the lower body. Like this lower body just isn't working for me. I think this part is fine, but this part right here is just I'm just like I need to redo this.
You know
I'm
what the
not
top
happy.
half? You know what the top half reminds me of? That one Knights of the Old Republic cinematic where the Sith, attack the Jedi Temple, and it's Malgus versus the main Jedi with the green lightsaber. That looks like Venzalos. That when he gets stabbed in the gut, that's the one that drops, and you see it.
Kind of,
smoking.
yeah, like the emitter part, yeah, and
Yeah.
the choke, yeah.
The golden shroud. Yeah, that
Now-
looks really
That's
nice.
real nice.
That's sweet.
Rob,
So that's
question:
one.
Is this a saber that would be kind of like a spinner or not?
What do you mean a spinner? Like to duel?
Like, you know,
Do-
people how they spin the
Just
the
flourishes.
sabers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, everything I make you can totally beat around with.
Well, okay, so here's my idea, and this is why I asked the question, was because what if you had a raised hand guard over it? Like you said, you were missing something from it, right? So what if you had like a raised hand guard where when you grab the saber, it actually shields your hand?
Oh, you're talking about like putting like a piece that comes here and covers like your knuckles and stuff,
Yeah.
like from here to here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
a guard,
yeah, it's
yeah.
possible. That could be done.
Yeah, like a guard over your fingers.
You could
So
be
here's
really
another one.
gangster and add brass knuckles on the side of the lights.
Till your fingers get stuck in the holes and you throw the saber. One of your fingers comes off.
All right, so here's another one that I was working
That's
on.
cool.
Wow.
That is badass, though.
That's
Look at
crazy.
I like that. I'd
I
like
like
to
the
see
other
that
one
in a
better.
staff.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
the other one
God,
better.
that is cool as shit, man.
It looks like there's room in that
I love
emitter
the
for like
aesthetics of it.
details, like things you might insert or something or screw in.
Yeah, so I was gonna do some claws on this, but I would have to. I just never got around. I was gonna do like a one claw right here, and this, and you can see the slots already there for it.
Mhm.
Like it's focused.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
god. I would so put like a crown of deer horn and call it deer skinner.
So yeah, so this was meant to have like a really nice claw coming out of it, and then I'm still like once again the bodies, like the body section is the where I kind of get not held up, but I'm just like my creativity there is like all over the place. So I want to do different things, and I end up doing too much, and then I end up not liking it, and then I got to do it all over again.
Oh, but
Yeah,
that
I kinda got an
that looks
idea, like-
really good the way it is, man. Chet,
Yeah,
how you
like-
doing? Happy Mundo Monday, Chet.
Yeah, chat, what's going on? Welcome. He
Rob,
says,
what would
hey
you
everyone,
sell one of
happy
those for?
happy Mundo Monday.
One of these,
Yeah,
I
what
don't
would they
know.
run?
Depends.
Yeah,
'Cause
we're
usually
talking
when I
empty,
I
sell my
really
hilts-
like the design, bro.
We're
I
talking
really
empty,
do.
right?
Usually when I sell my hilts, I sell them like already ready for install. Like I give you a chassis with them, I give you the switches with them, I give you everything you need to just put the electronics and go.
Okay.
That sounds awesome.
So what would that
I
run?
wonder.
Yeah, like an empty.
So the empties, you're looking between 400 and higher.
Okay.
Especially like with the brass stuff, because brass is not cheap and it's very expensive, especially when you start getting into the larger outside diameters. It gets pricey. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
yeah.
they're custom machined hilts. I mean that's all
Yeah.
the right to it. I mean, Starfall Sabers is another company that does custom one of one, machined hilts. All of them are one of a kind, and you can charge stuff like that. It makes sense with the work that
Yeah,
goes into it.
I know
think
Nick
that's
well.
incredible with,
He
like,
lives like down the street
one.
from me. Like he's in the next city. Like
Oh.
we've hung out so many times. He's a
Rob,
good
that's
guy.
cool.
I love Nick. Great guy.
Yeah.
Rob, without
Sounds
giving
cool.
away any of your secrets, What's more expensive, copper or brass?
I don't work with copper that much, but I think brass is more expensive.
Brass.
Copper is just.
How come you don't work with copper? Is there a reason?
Because copper is a bitch to machine. It is not friendly. Like it is. Okay. It is a motherfucker to machine.
Bubble gum.
Really?
Is that because it's softer? Is it softer than brass?
What happens is that it's not that it's softer. Actually, I think it is softer. But what happens is that when you're machining it, the chips don't fly off. They tend to gunk up and stick together. So it makes the machining a bit more difficult because
I love working with it by hand.
They clog up, in a sense.
Yeah, I got you.
But because it's got a high heat thing, right? As well.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm not this is why I'm not somebody to be giving classes on machining because I don't really know the materials as far as the why they do stuff. I just know that they do it and why I use and what I don't use. But yeah, copper, it's not easy to machine. That's why I don't really offer anything with copper.
You ever work in steel, Rob?
I've done steel.
It's harder to cut, right?
It's not that it's harder to cut. You just gotta go slower. That's all it is. Okay. You just gotta go slower.
Do you find yourself finding a lot of sharp edges, or do you have a router or something to work around that? Or
so when you machine anything, you're gonna get sharp corners, sharp edges, sharp ends, whatever it may be. And so that's what the deburring tool is for. That's what sanding is for. So for instance, when I did this brass pommel, let's try to get it to focus. So this brass pommel was super sharp. So nice. I went in here and kind of rounded the edge, and then I kind of sunk the bottom right here of the top part of the pommel. Come on, focus. There we go. You can see it kind of sinks in, and then you just kind of sand it down a little bit, and
that pommel looks like a lightsaber in its own, holding it upside down. Yeah, it looks like Sidious.
Yeah, it does.
Let me ask you this, Rob. Rob, I'm working on a Luke Hero, and I got all TCS.
That is.
Rob, I got all TCSS parts, and the pommel is very sharp on my hand. And I don't want to just take sandpaper to it because I think if I just sandpaper it, I'll lose those crisp edges. But I try to just play with it more and more, and I just try to hold it in my hand and just rub it, and I'm hoping that'll in itself will help to take those sharp edges down.
Nah, you can use maybe I want to say between 400 and 800 grit. Sandpaper.
I have it here.
And just lightly sand the edges, just lightly, and you'll be fine.
It's the pommel cubes. They're just really sharp on that pommel. The pommel cubes on that Luke version.
So when you sand, when you're sanding those edges, you want to sand in the direction that they're going. Don't sand against it, because then that's when you start rounding stuff off. So just kind of keep your sandpaper flat on the top and then flat on the side as you're sanding, and that'll do it.
Knock the corners off.
Gotcha.
Can you light that saber up, Rob? I want to see that. I got to see that blinky stitching live. Right. Look at that shit.
That's beautiful.
Is that like a stingray? That's a nice looking wrap. Oh no, that's a paracord.
Not bad.
That is cool.
Amazing.
There can only be two.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Very cool.
Well done.
Very, very cool.
Let me turn off these lights a little so you can see.
That's a beaut.
Yeah, especially the
listen
gems
to that
you got.
That's a one of a kind grip.
Amazing.
Yeah, look at the red gems up top.
Oh, beautiful. That's so nice, Rob. Wow.
Trivia question, guys. Anybody know what those stones are called? And I might be wrong what I'm thinking.
Rubies?
Garnet?
The shape of them actually is what I'm actually after. See if you guys know what that is.
Oh, I like that. I like how the crystal thing.
It's beautiful, Rob. Wow.
Yeah, man.
That is great, man.
I'm thinking it's called a cabochon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Cabo, what now?
Cabochon. It's the shape of the stone that he has in there.
They're carbonate or something like that. So I make mine. So I make everything on this hilt I made except for the Graphic shell and the 2.0 core. I machined the 2.0 core, which is this piece, and then this is the shell which I heat stained, and then everything else on here I made it. I made this. I made this. I made the glass eyes.
Leg jaw. Yes, it is sick.
I made the brass neck here. I made the brass pommel. I made the body. I did the leather stitching. I didn't make the cover tech. The cover tech is from Saber Forge. But everything else I made, I designed.
They do have nice cover techs.
That so when you have like the stitch wrapped over it, the midsection that you machined out gives the illusion that it has like a wasp waist almost.
Yes, so that was intentional. That was to make it look like a wasp waist.
Yeah,
so it kind of a little bit of the Star Killer.
Yeah, it's quite stylish.
Absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing.
What did you do to that Graflex clamp? Did you customize that at all?
No, so this is just your standard Graflex clamp. All I did is I moved it up and I put a brass sheet in the little slot so you can see the brass right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It's the little things that count. It's the little touches, man.
It's the little details, and that's what I kind of strive for, is to make it all pretty and work properly.
You've succeeded, my friend.
Yeah, beautiful,
Amazing.
Rob.
Amazing.
Cole says they're one of one. I would pay out the nose for one. Rob's work is amazing.
Buy one right now. I don't believe you.
Call him out on it. Call him out on it.
That one's not for sale.
No, this one is not for sale.
Eventually, I will acquire some from Space, and I will acquire some from Rob.
So here's my thing. I have this rule, and it's the rule of 3. I don't make more than 3 of anything, and that's it. I'll make 3, 2 go out in the wild, and 1 stays with me.
Wow,
and that's just the way I do my one-off hilts. When I make a hilt, I won't do it more than 3 times, and that's it. And I'll move on to the next. So I've already made 3 of these, so I won't make any more.
Do you start out with like a drawing, or do you start out with an idea? How do you start one of that type of, or the ones you were showing earlier where they were like kind of in progress? You know, how did you come up with it? Is it a Saturday in the shop and inspiration hits, or is it a drawing that you've been saving for 6 months?
So actually, these were just made screwing around in the shop. Just, all right, I'm just gonna make something random and see what I come up with, and these are what these are. And the same thing when I made the pod racer one. This was completely, like you guys know already, was all completely like just I was in the zone and I'll never make this again kind of deal.
That's my favorite.
It kind of looks like Corn Horns, like Speeder by Candle.
Yeah, this is based off of Pod Racer engine.
Wow, yeah.
Because that's the Pod Racer engine right.
That thing's loud.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man. That's saber porn right there, buddy.
That is beautiful.
You need a Sebulba fount with the sound of his pod racer.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Jedi Voodoo.
Speaking of penis rockets, that thing's badass.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. I love how the emitter looks like a bunch of gears, like it could rotate.
Absolutely.
Or like a bike lock type of thing. You could rotate. You know, you'd have to get the right combination.
That's what I'm saying. Like a speeder by candle almost, because like Corn Horns, that's what his lightsaber was built off of.
You can see the spinning crystal.
Oh yeah.
That's reminding me of it a lot.
Oh yeah.
It's very nice.
It looks like that, Jake. It also looks like a combination of that mixed with like a Ben Solo, but rounded off like Ben Solo.
Yep.
What motor did you use,
before
Rob?
the little tiny blades on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call this my LG11.
What motor did you use on the chamber? Like the one with the little knockdown brass gears?
Yeah, I used it. Let me see if I can show you the chassis on this one. So yeah, you can see it right there.
I always like seeing the different motors. Everybody. Oh yeah, those are the same ones I use. I love those. They're super powerful.
Wow.
This is the chassis right here. So this chassis isn't fancy because this hilt is really small. So I couldn't do a brass or a metal sleeve like I did with the other ones.
It's clean.
That is awesome.
That looks like a one-hander. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Got the SMDs. Yeah, Space and I keep hoping that one day Irv's going to come out with pre-installed SMDs on the CFX.
That would be nice, right?
I'd pay an extra $25 just for that. I mean,
yeah,
exactly. Enough, but I would pay extra for a board if it had built-in blinkies.
It's a small hilt. It's not large. Like I have large hands.
That is perfect size.
And it's perfect size
for one-handed operation. Yeah, it's great.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Dave, so how was Comic-Con, bro?
It was all right. It was a little chaotic because of COVID. They had you had to get like a yellow wristband before they'd even let you in the front door to pick up your badges, and that was an absolute clusterfuck. They sent us across the street twice to 2 different tents, and then the second tent we went to, they were like, "No, it's actually the COVID verification is in the lobby of this hotel," and so it was like 3 hours before we even got in. So whoever organized that, these are the employees telling us different places to go, and we get there and they're like, "No, you're not supposed to be here."
Where did you go to Comic-Con?
San Diego.
Oh, you went to the okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but once we got in, it's the usual madness. All like the new gaming companies showing off their new games. The coolest thing that was there was the animatronic Baby Yoda. That was unbelievable.
Was that the one that was going for 85,000?
That was badass.
I don't know if they.
85K
on it.
Rob, that's the one you sent me the video of.
The EFX?
That was 80,000, 85,000 for that Yoda.
You talking about the EFX?
There was an animatronic Grogu that was going for 85K. Yeah.
Oh my God, that might have been the one. It was.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
They had 2 different. They had 2 different versions you could get. There's one with like 16 servo motors, and the other one has like 19 servo motors. So, like the more expensive one, he could move his hands. He would actually grab the little shifter and it was like magnetic, and it would stick to his hand. And he did this motion where he would move his hands close together, and the ball would jump from one hand to the other through midair via magnets. It was nuts.
Wow.
That was the highlight.
I've seen a couple videos online of people that went, and there was only a couple like Star Wars screen use props that were for sale, but a lot of the ones that they had were just keep a 10-foot pole in between the people, just look. That's all you can do. They got like they had a Din Djarin Mandalorian costume. They had Han Solo's DL-44 like in a case and all that.
Wow.
All that was just like your screen use, but you could only look.
It was pretty packed. We didn't get to see everything. It was super packed. And it was weird because everyone had on masks in there. So whenever we've gone before, it's been, maskless because we bought those tickets 2.5 years ago. So we didn't get to use them until just now.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. I went to work a few months back and nobody had a mask on.
I got a hilt that I think you might actually like. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
That looks cool.
Oh,
it's
like
really tiny.
Small.
Or
Let
Nihilus.
me make the screen bigger here.
Padawan style.
Oh yeah, it's like a Padawan style hilt.
It almost looks like a Lego lightsaber.
It does. Yeah. That is sweet. You know what? That's like a perfect offhand saber.
There we go.
Right.
Look at that. That's cool.
That is. That's pretty slick.
So this is the second hilt I machined. The first one I machined was this one.
I remember that.
This is the
See,
first
I might
one
want that small one and a normal size one. We'll do like a set.
I've always wanted to see somebody come out with the Ralph McQuarrie hilt.
Oh wow.
I don't think anyone's done that.
Yeah, no, I saw them. The Stormtrooper one came out through FX Sabers. Did you ever look at that one? The Stormtrooper one? That was kind of based off of the Ralph McQuarrie
Really?
Confidence is your weakness.
Wow, look at that. That is a tiny chamber as well. I love the little can.
Yeah, that is like super tiny. Wow.
Rob, is there a blade plug in that hilt?
Yeah.
Does it light?
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Okay,
Rob,
so
a lot of your sabers look
did
like
you
they're
make that blade plug?
Yes.
I want one.
Nice.
I can do it.
How much?
Just for this?
Yeah.
It'd be like $35.
Where do I send the PayPal?
Yeah. But give me your dimensions because it'll probably be different than mine.
1 inch. It's TCSS emitter.
Okay. Give me one
What the
second.
hell
guys.
just
I gotta
happened?
plug in
You
my-
just made a sale live.
Yeah. Hold on.
Now I know you guys have seen this, but I don't think JT has seen the saber that I have for my father's memory. You've actually seen part of my friend's memory hilt, but this is going to be my father's memory hilt right here.
Ooh,
That's
black
nice.
and gold.
Yep,
That is nice.
and wet black.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, I
that
like
one
that
is going to
choke
have
section, too.
that one is going to have the CFX in it.
Is there a
And I've
space there
got
for a
actually
crystal chamber?
Who's making that?
Or is that a button there?
Actually, I've got Rich that is going to make the guts for me, the chassis for me.
Nice.
So Rich is going to be awesome and have the chassis built for me for this hilt right here.
Cole, have a good
I
night,
can't-
bud.
It's awesome.
Rob,
Yeah,
the closest
good night,
thing
dude.
I could get from TCSS was this.
So I'll tell you what.
That looks good.
Send
It
me
does.
that.
It looks good.
So look, what I did is I bought a thumb screw, and that's threaded, just to kind of give it that look until I can find a blade plug for it.
So send me that plug that you have in there now, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna need the dimensions on its how tall it
Okay.
is. So I know how wide it is. I just need to know how tall it is, how deep it
So
goes.
let me say this to you also, right? So could you make it a little bit thinner here? So not only would it light up in the center here, but I'd like to see that ring right there glow in plastic, in the blade tube edge, like right there.
Put it
Yeah,
in the blade.
I could do that.
Blade stock.
Yeah, I could do that.
You know what I mean? So like when you power it up, you'll see the green ring here, and then you'll see the light coming through the hole at the end of the little nipple piece.
Yep. Can
Wow.
do that.
Wow. $35, huh?
Hey Jeremy, how's it going?
Can't beat that. You want me to ship you that?
Yeah, ship it to me so I can at least know how deep the blade plug needs to be.
Okay, so I'm waiting on 1 or 2 things, and I'm going to ship that out to my buddy who's going to work on that for me. But I won't send the blade plug I'll send the blade plug to you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Done deal. Yeah, I don't know your information. I'll get that after, or
Yeah, you'll get it
online?
after.
Okay.
Yeah, here, just let me tell everybody where
Right now. No, you get it right now.
Here's my home address.
I need a pen.
Jeremy King Tech is here. He says, "Hello, Saber friends. Hope you all are doing well this evening. We are. Hope you are too."
We are. Thanks for joining us, Jeremy.
Writes on his hand. Yeah, good.
My whole arm.
So Harris, just send me a message on my Facebook page, and I'll
Okay,
give
cool.
you the address.
You got it, bud. Thank you.
Do the Jedi mind trick.
Very nice. Very nice. I love it. Nobody makes a plug like that. I can't find the plug anywhere for it.
You get a custom one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make all my plugs, even these right here, like this one in here. I made this one.
Sick.
That is
Look at
awesome.
that. Very nice.
I'm gonna keep
Harris,
it
guess what
vague.
he puts
I'm
in
gonna
the
keep it
bottom of the
vague
plug.
here.
You're gonna what?
Harris, guess what Rob puts in the bottom of his blade plugs?
What?
Civilized Sabers chips.
Ah! I got a
does.
few here.
Yeah.
I sure do.
Nice. Very nice.
I hardcore advertise for you, bro. Like when everybody asks me, I go, "Yup."
Way to support. Thank you,
Right?
brother.
That's what I use right there.
There you go. Yeah. That's in each one of my sabers that I have here. As a Civilized Sabers blade plug chip.
All I do is design the little chassis for them, snap them in, and they're good to go.
Very nice.
There you go.
Simple.
That's cool.
So, Rob, you machine stuff out of plastic as well? Like your machines like work, or you 3D print something?
No, I do all 3D printing. So I have resin printers and I have FDM printers.
So like when you're going to put, like if you were going to make a blade or put something at the end of a blade plug, you make that little ring to house the chip with your resin printer or something?
I use my regular FDM printer, and I have some here. If I can find one. So here's one, for example.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
I haven't cleaned this one up because it still has the supports under it, but yeah, that's what it is right there. It is. You can see the supports. I have to clean those off.
Yeah.
Well, it's still pretty cool, man. I mean, it's very slick looking.
Very cool.
Agreed.
I'm gonna keep it vague here at the off chance that my buddy is watching this stream. But Anthony, did you get the board ordered?
No, but I got your package today, and I saw the note too, and the note's for him. So we'll include that at the end when we ship it out.
And you said Harris is on board?
Well, I didn't talk to him yet, but I'm sure he'll be on board.
Yeah, it's very cool. When the stream ends, we can like wait backstage for a quick second, and I can
sure. And actually, speaking of, I'm going to wrap up the stream because I got to work tomorrow, and I'm going to have to head to bed pretty soon. But
eat dinner.
That was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys tonight on Saber Talk. Come back on Thursday. We're going to do a special show. It's not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on Civilized Sabers. So come back on Eastern Time, 8 p.m. on Thursday, and just make a comment in the stream in the comment area, and you're entered in automatically for a TriStar when you do that. So we're going to give away a TriStar blade during that stream. So be sure you are present or on your phone or at work, on your computer at work, or wherever you got to be, that you can make a comment during that stream, and then we will scream out your name if you are the winner of the TriStar. So you definitely want to be there on Thursday at 8 p.m. We're going to do that giveaway sometime after the stream starts, and we get some comments in there. And what else was I going to say about that? Oh yeah, we're going to do a question and answer during that stream as well. So if you have questions about like TriStar, QuadStar, Pentastar, whatever you have questions about, bring them that night. Have that be your comment, and we'll get your questions answered at the same time.
And if you want to see Harris lose his mind, tune in.
You can lose your mind that night? Why is that?
Well, I mean,
Archie's definitely excited.
We touched on it a little bit tonight, talking with Rob about the less than friendly people. So I don't know. Maybe I might just be calling out some names. I don't know how you feel. But, I mean, I don't know if all you guys know, but I had a situation where I tried to do a little pushing for Civilized Sabers for us, and I got beat up a little bit. I felt, and, Dave came to my rescue. Thank you, Dave. And
of course, man.
And Rob put the kibosh on everybody. Rob's like, You're out.
So you can't stay in your lane. I'm kicking you off the highway.
I want to keep it positive, but that's I don't know if we even really talked about this yet, but that's why that's kind of why we're having this Q&A, so that we can kind of quash or squash the naysayers and I'm not gonna get nasty with anybody, and I won't call out, but I mean, I can certainly repeat some of the comments, and, like I can ask you questions just like they can ask us questions,
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun, but I might lose my mind a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. You guys ain't seen Harris go to fuck off yet.
Archie's excited about the TriStar, the Dual Star, the Quad Star, right? What? Yes?
Well,
absolutely right. They're the brightest blades on the planet.
The first thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let you know that there are people that really hit hard on some of those threads, and I'm gonna defend our friends. You know what I mean? People that are friends to us and people that are good to civilized sabers and have been kind to us and said good things about us. I mean, if somebody has something to say about them, then you fucking right. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to put my fist up and we're going to fight, motherfucker. So, yeah.
This is a little prelude before Thursday rolls around.
We're going to fight with blades.
I think. I mean, I'm showing my age here, guys, and probably some of you guys are going to be like, "What the fuck's he talking about?" But I might have to take a Quaalude before the show on Thursday.
Jeez. It's going to be that kind of session.
Piece of worm-ridden filth.
Just take a shot. You'll be fine.
It's going to be blocking my mic and shit. He's going to be taking my screen off and blocking my mic.
Man, I don't want to miss this. I'll be there Thursday. Count me in.
Right?
Funny.
Bring R2. Well, we need a
I'll bring R2.
Yeah, definitely bring R2. I might have Mundo. I'm going to have to talk to Mundo before Thursday because I might have Mundo help if he's here. I don't know if he's back from work too late on Thursday, but we'll talk to Mundo and see if he's going to play a role in picking the winner or if he's going to be at work still. So we'll figure that out.
And
but
that's 8 p.m. Eastern. I want to throw that out there.
Right. So, and we'll be on for a few hours. You don't have to be there at 8 p.m. You can come, a little later. Just make a comment.
Well,
in the
hopefully
stream.
I'm doing a favor for some people, so I should be home a little bit later than earlier than 9 o'clock. So I'm hoping like today I was supposed to get off at 4, but I didn't get off till 7. So
Mundo, even if we start at 8 and you can't join till 9 or 9:30, feel free to join at that point.
Of course.
I'll definitely be there. I mean that is not a question of me not being there because I'd have to be in the hospital to not be there, and even then I'd probably have somebody get me a phone while I'm on ICU. Give me a phone, I'll be there.
Mundo's going to be moving a body on Thursday night, but after he's done, he'll be on the show. After he's finished,
I will be on the show.
And just like last week, it is now Mundo Tuesday. 12:36.
Still Monday over here. It's still Monday over here.
Midnight already? Is it midnight?
Harris,
it's 11:30 my time.
I don't.
9:30 over here.
I have my screen big, so I don't have a clock on my computer.
Dave, you've been super quiet. I haven't heard you talk at all.
I've been running my mouth all night.
Our refrigerator died today, so I'm in a grumpy mood.
Oh, your morning.
We went refrigerator shopping all day today.
That does it every time.
Dave, is that a fix or a replace?
Well, I fixed it once already. I replaced the cooling fan motor on it. I got another couple of years out of it, but now it's done. The compressor seized. I love the fridge. I had one of these cubby holes on the front where you open it up and you can reach in and grab your milk without opening either one of the doors.
Nice,
I cannot find another one of those on the planet. So I'm just sad today.
My niece has a fridge with a TV in the door. You guys ever see that?
And a touch.
Yeah, totally.
The newer one's got Wi-Fi and all that jazz.
Totally.
Now he's going to spend his whole lightsaber budget on a new fridge.
Exactly. That's why I'm sad. No lightsabers this month.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Thanks, man. I will mourn in silence.
We should go get a GoFundMe for Dave
for you.
Fridge. That's great.
All right, guys. Well, have a great night. Thanks for joining us on Mundo Monday. Come back next Mundo Monday as well, right here on Space Windu channel. And in between now and then, we'll see you on Thursday at 8 p.m. on Civilized Sabers channel. Have a great night, everybody. Saber the moment.
Saber the moment. Peace out, guys.